Why, hello everyone. Dragonfire930 here, and I'm gonna bring to you a strange game called Juniper's Knot. Juniper, whatever you want to call it. It is a motion novel, from what I've read of it, and it's not particularly a game, so I haven't actually hopped into it, and I want to see what's gonna go down. So let's get it started. Press 1 to end game help. F1. Okay. This Chan presents. Again, I'm kind of sorry about this, but it's 3:26 a.m. in the morning and I have to be a little bit quiet, so you can stay a little bit. This is pretty cool. I was moving it closer. Skip text. Text is good. Let's put it. I don't know. Put it down a little bit so I can hear it a little bit and you guys can too. So let's start. Ooh, nice looking. I like it. Much of these stone walls and floors have weathered into dust and dirt, revealing the foundation. Much of the ceiling, too, has crumbled to the ground, lying in flecks and bits. Below me now is such tired soil. Tired soil. There isn't much to do here, but burn dead leaves and wait. Watch the smoke rise, curl up, flush, and trickle the inside of your nose. Dull as bones it is. But what can I do? I'm stuck. Some might say cursed. I'm rather say bound. Don't like to think much about it. I kneel to the small fire I've started, making up a few embers and loams into my palm. It's the glow that stirs me and reminds me that my heart is still beating. I bring the scorched earth close to my face, shut my eyes and breathe it in. I taste it and spit. It's barren. I'm probably going to wait here forever. What? There's an unnatural rustling not far off. West eye? What is it? Who? Another here? My eyes sharpen and my eyes perk up, and my ears perk up. Sorry, I have a little bit of a different thing. I feel my heart thumping into my throat. Should I be forward? Give a call? Would that work? Cut out, plead. Help, damsel? A fool sort of lie. Would that work? No. Go still. Listen. Just listen. Whatever it is, it's right busy about here. Noise is trembling rough from old doorways. Chests wide open. Shops and homes are explored. A scavenger then. Someone found this place? Hearing those sounds is just odd. It shouldn't be odd, but it is strange. I should remember such sounds. Oh? The noise is getting closer. Is it? Imagining this? No, it's surely in the manor. Now, poking around the kitchen and lounge? I decide, on the chance that I will find its way to the ballroom, to stand. I take a good posture and await its new company. And to my surprise, he shows up at the door within the next minute. A boy? A man? What kind of things this is, again? He's carrying a pack and has a bottle on his waist. Maybe he's a traveler then. Doesn't look like he's noticed me yet. He just wandered in, stare adrift. After a few steps I catch his eye. He moves a little closer to look me in the face, and then with some more to see my feet. He stops there. He's staring now and doing nothing more. Come here. As if I'm realizing something, he stiffens. His heart beats louder in the air. I need your help. So come on, come here. He doesn't bend. What is he up to? What does he think this is? I speak again, this time with a little bite. The hell are you waiting for, tit? I've been rude. Have I been rude? Oh well, you are cordially invited to move your dumb legs. The first conversation words I've spoken in centuries. They could have been worse. He shakes with fear and stands back. Fiend? Slow, are you? What does it mean? Aren't you pissing your trousers for? Get over here. Ah, no way. You'll eat my soul. Oh, what? A smile cracks along my face. Ha! Your soul? Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. When was it last when I laughed like this? I grin so brightly, watching, chuckling while he shrinks back a little more. Now, person, you're just perfect. A jester. Won't you lend an ear? Afore I eat your soul. At my laughter he glares. Steeling himself, he answers me. You're not catching me, demon. About this, I've read the stories. I'm tired, but I ain't stupid. Am I that famous? Tut. Mercifully, I left a mark. You know what I mean. Hell, I really don't. Fiends, devils, demons, all ya. I know how this is. I'm trying to find out what kind of voice they grew. And how was this? You're all foul. You're all foul. And you try to trick people. Trick you? Trick. Oh, I really just can't believe it. What's happening in the years I've been gone? And what if I'm not trying to trick you, person? What if I just want to hear you? Just want to hear me? The hell? Like, what's it you've read, lad? Do tell. I'd love to hear a story. I'm a little bored. I think I'll just leave. You turn tail on a bloodthirsty, wicked fiend? Look, I knew something dirty when I see it. You ain't fooling no one. He's so precious. Alright. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. I, like all us fiends, devils, demons, am plainly trying to win your extravagant soul through my dastardly wit. Honest and true, I'm a rook. But please, at the least tell me of what you've read. Why the hell do you want to listen to me so much? Because I am bored, and your voice, I swoon. Bah, horse feathers. I really do want to listen. Would you be so kind? He's genuinely considerate. Such a delight. I do want to hear him. In the meantime, I look him over a little more finely. He's got a fine face, but enough the fabric of his shirt I can see that he's muscled. A surprise. Even the soldier boys seemed a bit lean back in the days I rode at Marley. I wonder what it is he does. He smells like an animal in the most pleasant way that can be said. It's quite good. Also, he has the faintest scent of watercress about him, mingled with black oil. But a particular lad. Ha. I'd really better not stick around. I guess I can tell you something, though. Yeah, I guess I can tell you. As long as you stay put, you hear? What's keeping me from you is more powerful than I care to challenge person. Yeah, right. Whatever. Here's a story. One from a book I read a lot when I was little. Oh, pardon. I find it very hard to think of you any little. Quiet. There was a cobbler, a Whittaker, who had nothing to eat. He was poorer than dirt. And he didn't have a girl, and it made him real sore. He didn't have a girl? A dame, sweetheart. He didn't have a wife. Continue. While he was walking down an alley, he met this man. He had a dark cloak with a hood that covered his eyes, and the cobbler couldn't make heads or tails of it. He stopped and asked the cloaked man if he'd like his shoes worked on. That's stupid. Why would he do that? Because he needed all the work he could get. Well, he should have gone around ruining shoes. Well, he shouldn't have gone around getting choked up at this point. Well, he shouldn't have gone around ruining shoes if what he needed as work. The cloaked man said he wasn't wearing shoes, but he could use a new pair. But obviously the cobblers are cobblers, so he couldn't make shoes. He tells him that, and the cloaked man says, actually, I could really use some new shoes. The cobbler looks at him weird, and says he can get them if the guy's sick. And the cloaked man says, would you do that? I'd do something for you then. And the cobbler says, like what? The cloaked man says, perhaps anything. He leans forward darkly as he says this. I smirk at the action. Now I know what you're thinking. I've heard this one before and know how it goes. Well, you don't. Because the cobbler says, perhaps not. And he walks away. How exciting. But here's the thing. While he's walking, he notices the alley's longer than usual. He doesn't think about it though. Thinks he's just tired from work and keeps walking. But while he's walking, he sees another man in a cloak. He stops and asks if the man could use his shoes getting work done, and the cloaked man says he doesn't have any shoes. The cobbler stops and looks at him, and he says he better get moving. The cloaked man says he could really use new shoes. And while he's moving, I nod. He keeps running into a man in a cloak, and he can't find the end of the alley. Actually, every time it takes longer and longer, until he sees the man in the cloak. On the 8th time he runs into the man, he stops and asks, what's the game? The cloaked man looks at him with yellow eyes. Says he could really use some new shoes. For what? The cobbler says. I don't know, the cloaked man says. Perhaps anything. What do you want? The cobbler knows exactly what he wants, but fiends have yellow eyes, and he knows a fiend. Tut. Nonsense. I actually sighed hearing that. So, what you're telling me is the story's anything good to adhere to? Is that I might have already trapped you? Don't know. I don't think you did. Why not? He shrugs. I don't think you did. I really must say, your manner of storytelling is queer. What? It's strange. Oh. I don't know, it's just very strange to my ears. I guess. How's the story end? The cobbler gets desperate and makes a pact with a friend to get new shoes. By the next day, the fiend will give him gold for him to do that. So the fiend gives him the gold, and he doesn't make it. The fiend traps him in the alley, and he can't leave. His soul is taken, and he's damned. The fiend eats his soul and leaves the alley for a farm. A farm? Yeah, I know. I snort. That's comedy. I think it's supposed to mean something, but point is, don't get caught up with fiends no matter what. You're getting caught up with a fiend right now. Well, you don't feel right. What? shakes his head. Nothing. I look at him and try to figure him out. I figure out his options and his story. In the time he's told it, it seems to have taken another idea of me. I'm not sure why this is either. I appreciate you telling that story. Don't mention it. So, Pakwe. I don't know how to say that. You still wary of me? Yeah, a little. I frown. Well, do you want me to tell you another story? The unsolicited offer throws me. Is he really asking? But no. If I'm too eager, I can't ask for that. No. I pause. No, I'm fine. If you say so. I'm gonna go now. Go? Yeah. I have to go, so I'm going. Begins to turn around. Stay, please. I won't take your soul, honest, I won't. Then, like an idiot, I move my hand out, reaching for him with singular wanting. I move past the second meter, past the circle's edge with my fingers, and withdraw from the start as they're set afire. Dropping to my knees, I scream, I cry out and howl, clenching the flames and smothering them. Tears crawl down my face and I snarl with pain. I shut my eyes and moan. I hear him step a bit closer. You're stuck there? Looking at him from the ground, I feel my teeth chattering. Oh no. I know why I want him to stay. Yes, I know. To rend him. Because, as if it just wasn't so funny enough that vines sweat down from the walls and grass is born through stone so close, just outside this putrid circle. Now there's a human, breathing before me. Comedy. Everywhere but here, but near to me, to my desolating blood. These years have damned me, cut and clawed beneath my skin, scars visible, but nevertheless blighting. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate the feeling it gives to my heart, and the strength it takes in kind. I hate it. My flesh hurts, my flesh heats, and I look away from him. Looking into his eyes enrages me. How long have you been here? Long enough to beg. Long enough, you hear? Too long it's been in this stinking pile. It doesn't matter to you. I want to know. Well, I don't want to tell, Ugh. Sorry, miss. Miss? I take a look at my clicking, stuttering hand. My sight still blurred with tears. It's sizzling. Small blazes dance between my fingers. I take my tongue to it, soothing the burns. You were a bold one, calling me a flap. What? Huh? No, you're no flapper, lady. It means something different now. It means something different now? Miss, is just when you're supposed to call older ladies out of respect. Lapping the flames from the back of my hand, I glance at him. That right. Are you okay? I stuck my ring finger and squint. What's that? Alright. Fine. Is that okay, alright? Alright. Aye. I'm a fiend, yes. Heal fast. Though I can still feel it snap and pop in the joints. I whistle cool air through my digits and take myself on the ground. Are you going to stay? I could. Oh. Thank you. actually lost right now. Lost, is it? Lost. That's a sweet irony. Don't look so adult, person. The irony is quite obvious here, isn't it? He squints. Think, after all, I cannot be lost. Forever and ever. I'll know where I am, and where I am is stuck. I laugh again, but he doesn't find it funny. He doesn't seem to find it much of anything at all. I quit it, wiping away a figurative tear. Ha! Oh, I know this place so infinitely, I'd rather it read in your face. He jerks and gives his head a shake. If you... Do you know where this is? Do you know where's more? Ah, so earnest. Don't know what more is. I know more's. Aye, more's. You follow. I don't know what those are. My, aren't this right? Did you That's a strange line of words. My, aren't this a right dizzy jig we're dancing? Time's making fools of us both. Ha! He looks a bit hazy, as though he's having a hard time keeping his eyes fresh. I turn my head slightly. What's more, person? Where I was born. Live. A town? You mean town? City. I think it's been there for a while. That's right. He doesn't speak, and I glance over just quickly enough to catch him at the end of nodding. Did you know this place was more for a time? Miss, I don't know what is that? It is a dead place. A wet place. I, too, was born in a moor. Can't your stomach read a mood? Bleeding hell. I was about to tell a tale. Sorry. You're hungry, is it? Starving. Us friends here. Us fiends here. We only eat souls. And only for pleasure. Quit joking. Joking? Hey, you got any food? What you blithering on about now? What are you blithering on about now? I look like I got food. I don't got any food, idiot. However, here... I thrust out my hands just before the barrier, palms up. Give me the chestnuts in your pack. I smell them. He hesitates. Why? So I can gobble them up. What do you think? I'll cook them for you. They're not long from the branch or the ground. It smells like you haven't cooked them, or nor have you eaten them. You prefer the taste of them cooked. He nods slowly. I touch my fingers, waiting. Is there something you want, for this? Your company for the morning, till noon. That's it? Hang on. Okay. Deal. His words spoken like a canal. It resonates deeply, echoing, and shakes ash from the walls. Startled, the boy covers his mouth. Deal, was it? Deal. Was it? I smile. Here. Did I just... Aye, you made a pact. I know nothing about this, so I don't know what... Shaking his head, he sighs. Wordlessly, carefully, he takes off his pack and opens it up. Withdrawing a bushel of nuts in 2 hands, he moves forward. I look down at him, still waiting. And with steady movements, he brings his hands to mine. He holds my gaze, and I don't move at all. But I do think. Wait, couldn't I just, you know, quickly just. My hands tense, but it ends with a thought. He drops the heap into my palms, my fingers curl around it. Again, I turn up my lips. Seeing this, he hops back. Give me a moment. I take all but one into my left hand, holding the last between my right thumb and forefinger. Opening my mouth, I bring it between my teeth and puncture it with one of my fangs. I bite through the shell, making a rough cut from one end to the other, and take it out. Observing the inner flesh of it, I spit out the shreds. Satisfied, I go to the curve, the second, third, fourth, and so on. When I'm finished, I hold the chestnuts aloft and make a hearth of my hand. This'll take a while, person, but not so long. Might we talk some? Sure. Then have a seat. Where do we leave off before your stomach so rudely interrupted? He spits, chin on his knees, and eyes half-lidded. More? Something? Ah, yes. I'll tell you the story of Moore's, in return for yours. Rather than a story, a chat'd be nice. I save you a story for a bit later. What do you want to talk about? Moore's. Oh, right. My Moore. Mine. There really isn't much to say, come to think of it. You said you were born there? Aye. Like all fiends, I was born in waste. You've read about us, aye? About how we make barren anywhere we stand? Unconsciously drain life from the earth for our sustenance? How the land and Caligulus loved, air crawling low and damp with miasma, the path of plants choked, sterile. I feel my face twisting to scowl. Sounds hideous. I know because it is. Did you grow up there? A neat question. I did. Had a mother and a father. Always got me wondering, is this where I'll be when I get old? A bloody Moor? Guess not. You left it then. Left it for many places. What was it like growing up there? Tedious. Maybe I shouldn't bring this up at all. You just don't want to talk about it. And that's okay. No, it's not the matter of okay. There's just not much of anything to talk about. It's all very colorless. What about yours? My what? Your Moor. Oh, it's not really anything special, just your typical city. Typical to me, not the same to you. Well, it's big. Loud, streets are packed with folks, lots of smoke and brick. My mom and pa ran a farm near there, because they're crazy. Oh, is that where your scent's from? Not my scent? You smell like herbs and horses. It's quite adorable. You also smell like black oil, but I'm not sure where from. The city's pretty modern. I have to lift canisters of oil from place to place every Wednesday. Oh, tough. He nods. Ha. Very tough. Hey, knock it off, will ya? I do hard work. He kind of slurs his sentence, but is nevertheless determined to appear strong. I slurred it, good. I believe you. For your noble, strong efforts, I think it's time for your story. You ready? He shrugs. I clear my throat and loosen up my shoulders somewhat, poisoning my fire hands dramatically. Did you know that stars sometimes act as rain in the night sky? You mean like a meteor shower? Hush. I've heard of it, but never seen it. Well, I've heard of it and know it because I've seen it. Imagine this. Thousands of lights. And they all bleed along the cold, cerulean mirror above. Slowly, very slowly. Follow. They are so very slow that as they mark the long stretch out above, you hardly notice they drag. It is an impassable slowness. Imagine it. He nods very slowly, and nods in another way, drifting into my memory. And flash! A flare, the fire in my hand, the chestnut's wax, splitting, crackling. He jumps the lights, catching in his eyes. Flash! 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 With each of these words, I stroke the flames. They lick up and dance wildly. Each single, brilliant streaks cut through the lights, independent and free. And then, it dies. The magic in my palm fades and sighs. It pulses, fades, fades. His eyes glaze over. Like this. With the heart's last beating, death is quick to these stars. Straying my eyes from the light. Had they so turned, I hadn't noticed. I glazed upon the boy. Say, person, that's sorrowful to you? Oh. He thinks of an answer. It is. There isn't a right answer, person. You don't have to consider it like there is one. You think it's sorrowful? I do. It's interesting. Truly interesting. I end the fire, leaving chestnuts to cool. I blow on them and breathe on them, ears twitching. These are done now. I hold them out to him. My end of the bargain's met, and you know what? I'll do you a favor. I'll go ahead and roast the rest of your chestnuts in my fire here. I mentioned the dead leaves. I'll do this for free, for no deal. All that's left now for you to stay. Squinting, he waits a little, but soon enough crawls towards on his hands and calves, his pack in tow. He stops at the edge of the circle and takes the fruits from my hand. He looks at me wearing a kind of ugly expression. What? Setting it to his rear, onto his rear, he keeps looking at me, but a bit less ugly. He seems to be wondering something. Eventually, he looks at the nuts in his hands instead, his face softening. He shells once and pops it into his mouth. His face flushes naturally. He chews a little. He pushes his pack into the circle with his foot. He shifts back a few feet and speaks. Which part of that was the story, miss? Well, look at that. You aren't entirely daft. I take up the bag from the ground, shake it a little. Doesn't smell like there's anything more in chestnuts in here. I open it and checked, sure enough finding the thing in excess. Some of the blur is still on, some still green. I toss those ones. I still rummage through it, just in case there might be some kind of interest. There's not. 'Twas a preamble. 'Twas. There's a story to it for satyrs. I told you, I've seen this. Blinking, he nods. With a hollow sound, I speak I crack one of the chestnuts apart in my mouth. I glow the fire at my feet and drop it in there. No more flashy tricks now. As I reiterate these actions, I speak to the boy. I was not alone with those stars then. I was with another miss. Dropping another into the fire, I watch its fall, my eyes lose some of their color. She is fair, young and human, a perfect miss. Perfect miss. She had such a charming girl. We would dance together and sing, press close when unseen. Fascinating with her. I think it's so when she's forgotten melancholy. I brought her lips from town to those stars. I had the ache in my knees, knew the even tide would be crying, and figured the beauty of it would settle her. The boy constricts his brow, chewing somewhat sadly. Not to worry, it did. It did. He swallows. I've never understood the custom of man. I've always been free-thinking, and never bound to the thoughts of others. My actions that night, no, my actions altogether, none took kindly to it when she returned. What happened? What happened? What? Well, after I took her back to my town, she was plagued, and beaten, and beaten, and beaten, flogged, and beaten, till she could not move or breathe. The boy stares at a nut in his hands, held stiff only so near to his parted lips. I buried her under the sky. I last saw him smiling. Closes his mouth into a frown. A century later, I returned to her spot and found an olive tree grown there. It was the sickest thing. Gnarled and twisted it was. Furious, I raised the entire plant, its trunk, its bark, its branches and leaves. I scorched its roots. Would have torn out the roots, though refined not to disturb her. Yet, last it seemed, it remained alive, born fruit, and uglier than before. Isn't that the most wonderful story I can tell? No. I dropped the last of the chestnuts into the leaves. Didn't you mess up? Didn't you mess up the guys who did it? Mess up? You were a fiend. You didn't eat them? I didn't eat them. What happened to them doesn't matter to the story. I wanna know. It doesn't. I don't want to tell. Seriously, miss? You know when kids in the neighborhood mess with my kid brothers, I beat their faces with a stick. That's what love is. It's taking care of your mates. Huh? Now what you figured from this tale? That I fancied her. Well, obviously. It's my story. Person. It's yours. Come off it. It is an old story. It is only a story. Stop. What? Man. He checks the shell and his hands against the wall of his side, his expression sour. Fine. It was just entertaining you as I cooked. That's stupid. Fox. I don't want to hear that from your fool ass. Well, it's stupid. It's stupid, forget it. What's this? You're starting. Your stone's dropping now. Dropping any further, I'll tear 'em out. Tear out your tongue. 2 here. Don't start with me. boy freezes, hands hovering over his last chestnut. I'll rip your legs off, understand? Don't start with me. Last time you need to be worrying over is your soul, since I rend you limbless if you start with me. And there will be nothing to be holding that soul at all. You start with me, I'll kill you. You clear, person? He quickly nods. I chuckle. You're a cute thing, aren't you? Quailing so tender. I can't move from your person, you know that. Quivering, he speaks of. It just sounded pretty real. Did it? The boy lets out a loud sigh, shaking as it leaves him. Still vibrating with fear, he crumbles opening his last nut. There looks to be still be bits of shell on the fruit, but he does not notice it until it's in his mouth. He frowns a bitter frown and calms down somewhat, now distracted by the taste. Some of these are finished, mind. I nod at the fire. I can toss them to you if you'd like, if you're still scared. Nah, I'm not. He rocks his head. I'm fine. But I'm pretty tired. Could you toss them anyway? Aye. Surely could. Also shall, but only if you agree to stay with me till sunset. It's noon already. It is. I sit down myself, lounging across from him. He stares, his vision slowly and jumping and trying to focus. Eventually he squints, leaving his eyes upon me. Didn't you say you do it for free? Not this person. I'd say I'd cook these, and I am. He furrows his brow and frowns. Fine, I'll stay with you. Deal. The ballroom rattles with the sound and isn't surprised by it. I smile again. Shit's getting light. So is that what you are? Tired? Yeah. Pick up the chestnuts and throw it to him. He catches it somewhat dazedly. How long have you been gone from your more person? I don't know. 2 days? I throw him another. Ooh, isn't that a long time? No. It's a joke. Laugh. I don't want. If I laugh, I'd basically be like me, laughing at you. Ha! Answering with a greater joke isn't... Instead of simply laughing, you really are a jester. Greater joke? I send one more's way. My existence. My predicament and existence together are the greatest joke in all history. I know this and I missed half of it. Stop. Such a soft lad. I tilt my head in regard to him. I kept leaping towards my head book of the memory of another like you, but I'm finding nothing. And I had so many memories, did you know? So many. So many travels, delights, regrets. A boy shouldn't be so soft. The world's so rough. It'll shake him ugly. Longingly breathing, the boy eases into his arms a little more. For it was a rough place. If you don't know Moors, maybe this world's also soft. Now, I'd explain you. He blinks. Where I was raised, in my moor, that was quite rough. You know why I laughed earlier? When you'd mentioned souls? You know why I joke of souls? He blinks. So many of us fiends are so obviously obsessive over souls. It's just extraordinary souls, not unremarkable ones like the ones yours feed. Have to look for those mature, spirited humans. Their souls heavy with character and experience. Closes his eyes. A newborn's souls, for example, wouldn't do anything for you. It is special. Though, yes, a newborn soul is quite pure. Quite pure, really. His back rises and falls. Pax Siona. Pax. Isno. Exquisite. I chuck a chestnut at his hair. It bounces off into the ground. He doesn't even flinch. I look into the fire and gaze into the fire. Fire. These stupid things inside it. These stupid things. For a flash of a moment, I consider turning them into ash, but doing so would break my pact. No, I wouldn't. I still wouldn't. Still wouldn't. I'd rather burn this thing, this boy. Plastic shit grabs my hands and itch. I've been so silly. What do I need this agreement to exchange his life for mine in the circle? I'm forgetting the conscience. It's going to be damn brutal. My hopes and pain. Pressing my hand into my face and hearing roughly, I glare at him through parted fingers. I breathe out. If I could just lunge out from here and take him, I'd do it. I would. I growl. My body still feels the sensation of when a glass force himself in the barrier. And sneering is my marrow. The fury in my eyes, and I still wouldn't. I'd still lunge out from here. I'm bloody well to twice. To get out of this blighting flyer. Circle. Why didn't I grab him before? He was at the edge. Why didn't you pull him in? Take him. I'd forgotten so much. God, heaven. Is this what it was like? Having passions? I want to die. I wanted to leave, but not anymore. This is passion. 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 I want to die. Bite my tongue again. Burst blood and drown in myself. Nails in my wrist. Tearing and tug and pull on my bleeding throat again. Whining silent every day. What's a day? 2 days or so? What are days, huh? What are months? What are years? I've been here centuries. Centuries? Centuries. Was it longer? Did even centuries? Oh. Quiet settles in, and the wine dashes the leaves. Scrapping leaves, scrape, howl, raindrops falling again, embers in my hand, smoke, sometimes I scream just to hear a voice again. What happened to my life? My jaw is awaking, my eyes are bored. I wish you hadn't come here. Taking my hand, my face, I look at his peaceful. Another chestnut and missing. Wake up! Another and another. See me, Kerr? See me in this body? Just my breath, like bloody and piece of sleep. I take him a handful and toss them. I haven't slept a minute. Bastard son of a bitch, too. I haven't slept a second. I haven't been always awake. 2 days, you miserable wench, and I only been here 2 days. I drink a pub dry. Damn you hear? When you're dead, I'll find you. Spit on your grave. I'll plant an olive tree there, you rat bastard. I'll throw and throw, missing. I hate you. Now? Being silent? What? I drop my arms to the ground, crying in shakes. For the life of me, I can't remember a time. Feeling dizzy. I always feel dizzy when I'm waking up. My mouth's dry too. It's pretty awful. I smack my lips and rub my eyes. I'm still kinda tired. Why was I tired? Man. Oh yeah. Get lost along the way to the Dales. To Ma. I don't need the horse. He's so dumb. Better just walking alone. Spooked by a dang partridge. Seriously? I must have bolted about half a mile before bucking me off. I open my eyes and they look like fog. I rub them again and notice that lady from before sitting in front of me. Is she asleep? Miss, you asleep? No. Oh, I just figured since her eyes were closed and all. I can't sleep. I look at her weird and flinch. Something rolled out of my hair. I drop on the ground. It looks like a shell. Oh, it's one of those chestnuts. Why are these in my hair? I ruffle up the top of my skull, finding 2 more nuts in the blur. Whoa, did she throw these at me? I look at her and arch an eyebrow. Her cheeks are wet, her nose is red, and her eyes are low. She looks like one of my kid brothers after falling off a curb. I can't really think of what to tell her. Maybe I just say what I always say. Did you do something bad? Tell me the truth. Piss off. Yikes. She's in that mood again. Listen. If you got mad because what did I just say? She says that like a fact and instead of a word, instead of a question, I freeze up. Piss off. What'd I do? I thought I was being nice. You want me out of here? She keeps staring at the floor. I'm a little scared now. What time is it? It doesn't look like sunset. It's now sundown yet. I don't think I can leave. But the deals. Leave. If I mess up the... Leave. What am I supposed to do? I don't want to leave. If I mess up the deal with the feet, I'm going to hell. Or is it worse? Man, if it's worse, I can't just walk out. I need a sheet. You're kidding. Whoops, didn't want to say that. Good, it was quiet. See, my eyes are shaking. Looking at her, leaf pale, wild. Because there aren't any chestnuts in it. The deal was she had to toss chestnuts today. She did that, sorta. Not luck here. I can't leave, lady. It's lady now? Sorry, God. Leave. I want you to be leaving. Walk me out of here. Go and be damned. Just look at her. I'm biting my teeth together and my heart's going wild. Burn in hell, dog. It's where you belong with all the bastard, foul creatures of your ilk. Calm the hell down. She picks up her head from her arms and glares at me. Just calm down, alright? Calm down already. You really are an idiot. Well, you're crazy. Why the heck are you mad at me? What do you even talk to me, lady? What do you want? You're lonely, aren't you? You're lonely, right? That's it, right? She starts standing up. Well, I'm not going to let her look that far down on me. I'm standing up too. I had to step up to her. I ain't letting her get to the better of me. I ain't got no problem scrapping with you, lady. I'll knock your block off. You just swore against my family, and I ain't gonna stand for it, alright? Of course, I'm quaking in my boots while I say this. No. I swore against your race. The golden crown. Your entire miserable, sin-hearted race. You know what I'd do if I this circle. She steps forward, I step back. Yes. No. No. She leans forward, just before what I guess is the barrier. I can feel her breathing on my face. It's cold and warm. Kill the whole lot of them. Kill the men, kill the women, kill the babies, lasses, the lads, and lads like you. To lads like you, I'll drive my hands into their guts, wrench out their innards, string by string, and set them on fire. I'm crying a little. I'm sorry, okay? I don't know what happened to you. I just wanted to know and be nice and... She leans back, standing up straight, and breathes out. I swear I see flames coming out of her mouth. Mary, aren't you scared? I nod fast. I don't. I can't touch you, see? All of a sudden she pushes her hand towards my face. My eyes widen, my whole body locks up. What am I seeing? Trapped before here. Her skin's burning off a bright yellow glow. I can see her muscles carrying black. Charring black. Turning inside out. Fire's blazing all over her hand. There's white in there, her bones. I can't watch. Turn back from turning away. Blood's evaporating. She grimaces, tears fill up in her sides of her eyes. Drops rolling down her cheek, and her hand shoots back on her like it's spring-loaded. Do you understand? Do you follow the sod for brains? She holds up the twisty stump, sticking to her waist. This, right here, this is what I've known for too long. Her hands start drawing back together. The melted parts spitting, and the bones getting covered back up. They're just popping out from everything. They go green in the face. I can't kill you people. I want to, but I won't be able to leave here. Follow. Well, why are you trapped there? Would you believe me if I said it was a punishment? If I said it was an accident? An unjust imprisonment? Whenever I say, whatever you believe, it doesn't matter. I was trapped here before the world even had a concept of your more. I was trapped here long ago. And so, for reasons that no matter what, no longer matter, I don't think you're speaking honestly. How's that? I told you before, you need to calm the hell down. How? I swallow and hold my fist tight. How do I get you out of there? Can't believe what I'm saying. Me neither. But I still won't say it. She shakes her head. I've lost it. I shake my head. Nah, I still got it. I know what I just asked you. Tell me how to get you out of there. If you hadn't lost it, you never had it in the first place. I suspected as much. You're torched, aren't you? Look, I got no idea what you're saying, but I still don't think it's straight. Dropping your G's. Shut your trap already. Hush and listen, you rude little pest. I shut my trap. Do you even know what you're saying? Remember what you're talking to. I just think that I didn't just mess them up. Huh? I didn't just mess up the men who raped her. I bore my nails hot into their eyes and tore off their faces. What? That's not all that I did. When I first saw her lying there, body me warm only from the bodies of others, and eyes with no spark in them. I set the den where she died into flame. I came upon all who lived in her town and murdered them. I torched their homes and pulled the ribs from their chests, crushed their heads, snapped their bones, stripped off their flesh. If I could have tormented them, I did. And in case you're wondering, you're all the same to me. I've killed all kinds of you. One kind, human, sex, age. I didn't pay it any mind when I slew them. Holy shit. Soon they gathered at the center of the town, where I first caught sight of her, as if to mock me, so I melted them all to the earth, slowly. On the night that she died, I erased that town from records. My fighting spirit's gone. Why'd you tell me that? You asked. I didn't want... You don't have to tell me all that. The whole story. I didn't. But you didn't want to know. The hell is wrong with you? I'm a fiend. Holy... No, that's bull. Is that why you got put up here? No. Really? Yes. Holy shit. I've done many things in my life. Things some find admirable, and others some find despicable. I put a curse on the family for all their generations, saving a gaggle of slaves from the tyranny of their fellow men. I've ruined a marriage, and I've restored another, slaughtered a town, and rescued a child. I've done so many things. And of all those I've mentioned, not a one of them is the reason I'm here. You forgot? Oh no, I remember it quite clearly. But as I said, the reason no longer matters. I just don't get it. You wanted me to save you, right? I swore that's what you wanted. But now you're telling me all those mixed up things. What the heck am I supposed to think? What the heck do you want? You gone. I breathe out through my nose and close my eyes. Nah, there's no way. I shake my head again. You've gotta be lying to me. I don't think all complicated. Sure. But I know when someone's lying to me. Why the heck are you lying to me? I know you don't want to leave. What happened to you? Look at her eyes. How long have you been in there? I don't know. I don't know anymore. You don't know? That's what I said. Huh? What the hell's up with that? It couldn't be right. All fiends got this knack for knowing the hour ecstasy. The second, it's famous. So what the hell? So what the hell's it mean they lose it? Hold on. Hey, how much did you love that girl? I hear something click in her throat. She doesn't look like she wants to say. Shut up. I feel bad for her. It's goddamn weird. It's like she's so sad. Everything about this lady's sad. I mean it. She's just damn miserable and pathetic. She's so... You really don't know how long you've been in there? Yes. I think you've been in there for long enough. I don't think you really want to kill anyone. Then you're a fool. Quit. Quiet. I've heard enough of that joke. Tell me how to save you. I reach out to her and grab her hand. That hand that got screwed up and healed now. I hold on to it. Come on. She stares at me. She looks at my hand, holds it with both of hers and squeezes. She locks her eyes with me. I need to be switched with another life. That's the only way for me to leave. I put on my manliest face. I'm not gonna switch with you. Listen, I kept her from saying anything else. I'm gonna find another way, alright? How the hell could you do? I'll plant something in your place. It can grow here. A fiend die. That... Damn. Right. Oh my god. I shake my head. Doesn't matter that. Land's gonna be fine once you're out, right? At least that's what I think. That's what I've read. Look, you've just gotta believe in me. I look up and finally notice that the sun's gone. I don't want to leave anymore. I can feel that. She's really holding on tight. But believe in me. Let me go and I'll save you. She looks at her hands again. She cuts into mine with her nail. Ow! I wince. Dang. Now, come on. Don't do this. I look at her face. She's still staring at my hand. Let me go. Come on. She wouldn't, right? Don't pull me. Stop pulling me. I'm trying to calm down my heart. I'm trying not to lose it. It's hard when she's bringing my arm a little bit closer and a little bit more. Come on, please. Trust me. She digs her nails into me again. Damn. Ow. Ow. Ah. Ah. Please, let me go, please. Come on, let me go. Let me go. I whisper that, not thinking about it. My eyes are shut. I'm pissed scared. I don't want to get stuck in there. I can feel her looking at me and I breathe faster. I'm trying to be calm. I can feel my lips moving, cleaving, and after a while, real slow, she does it. I open my eyes, shocked. She lets go of my hand. It's holding hers up, now where mine was. As she's about to drop it, I tighten up and grab it up again. We make eye contact. Believe in me. Got it? She doesn't say anything. I let go of her hand and pick up my satchel from inside her space. We hold a look. I beg you, don't betray me. Please. I won't betray you. I promise. The walls don't shake. My voice don't boom. I took a step back and another one, and I ran out. So what's gonna happen next? It's cold now. I'm actually shivering. The moon's high, the grass is glowing. It's dark but beautiful. It's quiet like before, like always, right? It's just wind and dead leaves. Even animals don't wander through this place. I wonder how long it's been since people did. At least this is probably the first time someone's walked through here with a sapling in their hand. I step into the big room and look out ahead, rub my thumb over a branch of the tree I'm carrying. I can see her there on the floor, her hands over her face. I know she can hear me, since whenever I move, even a little, her ears flick. I walk forward, whipping her nose with the back of her hand. She steps up and breathes out loudly. She opens her eyes, and I'm kind of surprised when I see them glowing. I stop at the edge of the barrier. She looks at me. You look a mess. Yeah, well, Billy growls on his stick. It's pretty hard to dig out a tree properly with no real tools, especially one like this. We'll check out this apple. Isn't that... yeah, an olive sapling. I didn't pick it since I wanted to make fun of you. Olive trees are strong. If there's anything that's gonna take root dirt like this, it's an olive. Right. Step back, I'm coming in. She does that after a second or two, and I walk into her place. Bending down, I hold the olive tree up to her. Take it. She does that too. After thinking about it, I take a sharp rock out of my pocket and I pick up outside and stab into the ground with it, cracking the floor. It sticks pretty bad in there, but I can still yank it out. I do that and keep breaking up the earth. I can feel the lady staring, and I know what she's thinking. Even if I'm a kid, I can still see the soil's pretty bad. My eyes as good as my mom's at least. And this lady's definitely knows it. Knows as good as me how it is for growing. If anything grows, it'll be with awful chances. Seriously, and olive's about the only thing around that might. Making matters worse, I ain't got very long before that sapling's as good as dead. The roots are good at all, but it's not. And honestly, I don't know the difference between a good sapling and a bad one. So I just went with my gut. So, knowing most of that, she's probably thinking of just walking out. That's what's gonna happen, right? 2 living things get in, only one gets out. But I'm not gonna check on her and see if she leaves. It's not that I'm trusting her. I can't trust her, but this is all I can think of. Getting her out without leaving me in. I mean, I look at her, and if I show her and that I'm worried, that'd mess everything up. So I've got to keep at it. I've got to break up this spot. I stab and pull and dig, clearing out stones and dirt. I'll pile all the dirt up next to me. I'm gonna need it later, bad as it is. After a lot of effort, I lean back and look at the hole I made. In the slow eye, turn to see if she's still there. She is. I hold up my hand. She gives me the olive. I take it and open up the satchel filled with wet, healthy soil I gathered while I was gone. I clearly transplanted the sapling, putting some good soil over its roots and filling the hole back up with proper mix that I collected of my collected stuff in the dirt foundation. Careful now. Careful with the roots. Okay, this should be good. I take my canteen from my clip, at my waist and open it up. This is filled with spring water. It took a while to find that. Honestly, it took me a while to do everything. I kind of feel bad about it, but I moved it as fast as I could. Anyway, there should be enough there for healthy first watering. Don't drown it. I pour the insides of the bottle over the leaves and plot, screwing it closed when I am done putting it back in my waist. That's it. That's it. That's all? I stand up, wiping sweat away from my brow. Yeah. We both look outside the circle for a while. I give her a look at my side. She's still looking out. Breathe. Okay. Step forward. She doesn't move. I leave her side and turn around. We both stare at the olive tree. Did it work? I open my mouth to ask, but close it again when I see her. She's scared. She's at the edge of the barrier and scared. Oh man, I just realized. Just touching it before hurt her so much. I could feel when she pushed her whole hand through. She had a stone face when she did it, but God, I can't say anything to that. I don't know what that feels like. Man. Seeing her like that, shaking with fear and panicking, just thinking about moving ahead, I can feel my eyes welling up. I just try not to cry for her. She loosens up her shoulders and puts her hands over her chest. Her eyes closed, she jerks forward. Wait! Her foot passes over the line, my hands up in the air. I wanted to stop her. I didn't want to see the pain anymore. She jerks her other foot forward, completely leaving the spot. She steps again, faltering. Again and again, she walks to me. She lowers herself and just embraces me. I wrap my arms around her. Her skin warm and soft, up all over, and she nuzzles her face affectionately into my neck, rubs her nose through over my cheek. She just eases into me, weak. I bring her up with one of my hands and pet her head. I'm crying. It's okay now. I choke. sister knows I'm lying. Again, whispering something. Can't hear what it is. She holds me tightly. We don't say anything else. You're a surprisingly emotional lad. Are all lads like that now? It just really hurt looking at you, that's all. Right. I'm sure that it did, really. It's quite emotional myself. If Mother saw me like that. I wonder if Mother's still alive. When did I last see this place from here? Has it really been forgotten? Yeah, I've never heard of it. It's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. What was it like here? Did you like it? It was normal. Extraordinarily normal. So normal, in fact, I had to file down my horns just to get around. What about your ears? My ears? What about them? You didn't have to hide them? No, I didn't have to. I only looked fiendish with just my ears, like an unfortunate halfling. It little bothered anyone before. If it did, I'd grow my hair long. Huh. As I was saying, this town, I must have liked it once. Though when I first came forward, wow. Wait, can I go back? Oh, I can't. Sorry. Ah, yes. The boy was lost, wasn't he? Do you have any idea how to get back to your home? Obviously not. Don't get smart. I'll help you there. Really? I can't assure you we will find it, but I'll assure you that we shall, for certes. I'll take you there. I may as well. You're not gonna go travel? I chuckle. This should be enough of a journey after standing so long. We'll camp by the eastward spring for tonight. You know the one east? It's still there? Yep. At least, it's probably the same one I'm thinking of. Can you fish alone? Not without a rod, no. Then I'll fish for you. But you have to prepare it. Can't do everything for you. What time is it? You asked me the time. Sorry. Just so out of it. Since I've leaned on you earlier, you can lay on me while you sleep. I'll keep you warm. He glances at me briefly. He looks pensive. He shuts his eyes. I'll do that. He opens them again, keeping their stare from me. Thank you. I smirk at him. What should I even think? I thought this wouldn't happen. Huh? Am I actually asleep? Dreaming? If you are, that'd be weird for me. I'm glad you stayed alive. I'm glad you're a fool. Really, I am. I can't say it enough. It's alright. Can't concert with any friends with any fiends other than me. Got it. I honestly feel like this isn't, but I know that it is. Let's go then. My mind has become so lucid since I've been freed. Bright. So bright that it nearly blinds me. But I can tell. I'm happy. The sun shines a different way now. Different from all the ways I've seen it before. I thought I'd seen them all. This one's different. Much more different, wasn't it? else they're guest illustrations. Or these are the illustrations that you actually see throughout the whole entire thing. This is actually the drawing. I don't know what these three are. Guest art. Sexy. Alright. That's a really good drawing. Oh, that is too. Oh, that's cool. I like it. What is the button? Oh, that's cool. I like it. Okay. Oh, so Cali. That's a really good drawing right there. Yeah, really cool. Grab his ass. So anyway, this has been, what was it again? Yeah, but it truly is a great game, and I'm happy. I was actually starting to tear up near the end because I can see her pain, how much she had to suffer. So anyway, guys, this has been another reading for me. This is something to change up pace a little bit, and I'm sorry I'm putting it at the end of the video. I'm just saying, like, it's something to change the pace instead of just having to read and having one picture up. So this has been Dragonfire 930, and it's about 4 in the morning. I'm tired, and I'll see you guys later. Also, beware the flame, and don't trust beings like that unless you wanna free them. They're nice. See y'all later.